To give you some context with regards to where I'm heading with this conversation, I started training when I was in my mid-20s, and I decided to start going to the gym, which is the protocol for most young men: lifting weights, getting strong. We look at fitness at that age usually through that lens, which makes sense because guys want to be strong. It's intrinsic with our masculinity, but we also want to look good as well and have that sort of 1980s action style look, which is so prevalent nowadays. And when I started training, I was under the belief, I was convinced that I would look like Chris Benoit, the WWE wrestler, within 6 to 12 weeks. I was convinced. So, when I started training, I was under the impression that I would obtain a similar physique to a man who was just to the gills with steroids. I thought I could achieve the same physique as a man who was probably in the elite when it came to genetics, and had a steroid-fueled chemical physique. Now, I wasn't a 12-year-old boy who was completely naive. I was a man in his mid-20s. I should have known better, but I didn't. I didn't, because that was the image that was projected towards me from that industry. And I thought, well, if they're getting it, why can't I get it? You go to the gym, you hit the weights, you're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in 12 weeks. Absolute codswallop. Total bunkum. However, I was one of many. I was one of millions. I was one of a million gullible guys who were hitting the gym thinking they would achieve something that was completely impossible without the aid of steroids. Absolutely mental. I mean, unfortunately, this is the message that is still promoted to this day, 20 odd years later, and it will never die. Because people want to believe, they can get these physiques. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not the case. It will never happen. You will never look like these guys. It's impossible. Unless you are completely filled to the gills with Anavar, Tren, Deca, testosterone, and a million other compounds that you wish to inject into your body to achieve that look. And you know what? That's completely out with my control. And the only way that I could gain control is by gaining the knowledge through training hard and realizing that that was never going to happen. And the sad thing is that this is now being pushed into the realm of health and well-being. I'm starting to see guys pop up on Instagram who try to promote these optimal lifestyles. They'll tell you that you need to eat a certain food. They'll tell you that you need to recover a certain way. They'll tell you that you need to take a supplement, usually that they're promoting. But what they're not telling you, what they can't tell you, because it would completely destroy the myth, it would completely destroy the image, it would completely destroy the marketing, which is allowing them to make hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of pounds and dollars. And then it's all a sham. It's a complete and utter sham. This whole industry is fueled by steroids. Fueled. And it's getting worse. When I was growing up, the only way you could get steroids was by approaching a guy in a gym, and these weren't really nice guys, by the way. They weren't friendly. They were usually like linked with crime. They were usually gangster types. And then they would have to tell you that you could get this and that, and then they would have to show you what you had to do to take the stuff that they were giving you. Nowadays, you've got online resources, you've got YouTube videos, you've got companies that will sell you this stuff. It is easily achievable. You've also got these things that are coming under the guise of research products to bypass laws. These things are more easily available than buying alcohol in the UK after 10 PM at night. And that's all you see nowadays. That is all you see. The steroid is being promoted as a part of the whole health and wellness industry. And if it's so healthy, and if it's so beneficial to your wellness, then why are bodybuilders dying in their 40s? Why do WWE wrestlers die at a relatively young age? It's not for me to tell you, because I think you can put two and two together. Now, if you want to take this stuff, have at it, it's your body. I truly believe that people should be able to do what they want as long as it doesn't impact others. But it does impact others in this regard, because people are being duped, thinking they can get these results, realising they can't get these results, and then probably turning to the dark side in some respects, endangering their health and endangering their lives, and not being told the facts. The only thing that will set you free when it comes to training is training hard. It's training like a maniac. Unfortunately for the natural trainer, that is the only thing that's going to get you results. You can't train like these roid heads, these juice freaks. It's not going to work like that. And a lot of guys will come in and will say, oh yeah, but when you take steroids and stuff, you still have to really work hard and that. You still really need to get your diet on point, which is true. It is the sum of its parts. But you're getting a massive head start. It's like me challenging my 2-year-old daughter to a race and standing 20 yards in front of her and going first. That's the place you're standing in. And you start taking juice. But for these scam merchants, these snake oil purveyors, who are constantly cropping up in social media and telling us that we need to buy a supplement to obtain the look that they use tons of juice to achieve, then it's all a sham. So I'm going to tell you the key to getting results. And it's a message that I constantly promote on this channel. The message is that hard work is the only thing that you can control. The amount of work and effort that you put into your training regime, that you put into acquiring the knowledge to try and get somewhere, that is the only thing that's going to take you to the place that you desire. Hard work is the key. Success leaves clues. If you look in any endeavour, it's the hardest working guys that get to the top. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to work hard. They want to take things to get them there. It's the same with diet pills. It's the same with a lot of these things. It's the same with beauty products. The one thing that no one is ever going to sell you is hard work. Because it's free. It's absolutely free. But it's difficult, man. It's super difficult. So you need to stop looking at results through the lens of social media for the most part. If you see someone selling a supplement and telling you, you need to take this, this will get you there, then you need to do your research. You need to look at these guys. You need to start delving into Google and finding out things. You need to start looking in the comments of YouTube and social media, and you need to start making you need to start connecting the dots, because it's all a sham. The fitness industry in a whole is a complete corporate cluster mess. It's a sham, and it's designed to take money out of your pocket under false promises. But the only promise that's true is that hard work will set you free, and there's no harder work than starting with burpees. So, get it in your head, hard work is the key. Know the supplements that this guy's selling, know the device that guy's selling. The hard work is the one thing that will take you to the next level. Work hard, work consistently, work for time. Get those three things in synergy with each other, get them working in sync, and you will get the results you crave.